So we can, in a couple of sentences, we can tie up two things in the readings this morning. So we go back for a moment to the first reading, and at the end of the first reading this morning, we're told there that so they left the presence of the Sanhedrin, rejoicing that they had been found worthy to suffer dishonor for the sake of the name. That's a very important little phrase. They didn't seek that suffering. It came, as you remember from the first reading this morning, they decided to let the apostles go, but before that they flogged them. And so they tried to humiliate them. And the apostles were delighted that they had been found worthy to suffer. Now, each and every one of us, we suffer in many different ways. And very often it's not the physical suffering that causes us such pain, but it's what people say to us and how people treat us very often cause much more pain. Now, what do we do in those situations, in those instances? We can go around bearing resentment and bitterness. And when you do that, instead of transforming the suffering and making it into something beautiful, you transmit it. So you make everybody around you suffer. Whereas the apostles, they were glad to suffer. So when those little things, little rejections, and what are they? They're the scraps left over that Jesus said, gather them up, let nothing go to waste. You see, you can tie up the two things in the first reading and the gospel this morning. It's the little everyday rejections and little things that cause you maybe to be upset. By suffering, by accepting them cheerfully, they can become amazing ways of transforming your life when you do it cheerfully and without complaint. That's the bottom line. Without complaint, for love of Jesus.